Hi guys, it's Carlos here, Carlos Coaching Corner once again, and thank you so much for watching my video. And today we are talking about a really good subject, which is obviously about football, as you guys know. For the guys that are watching over the America, obviously it's soccer. Okay, the psychological part of the game. Now, this is a massive subject, okay? But what I've done is I've basically broken it down into 3 to 4 areas. So you guys are going to basically see what I mean in a second, right? Now, many people out there think football is just about getting out there and going, playing, and that's it. The guys that get into the game sometimes still think that. The guys that coach the game sometimes still think that. Now, lately, when I say lately, probably in the 90s, and then towards the, say, 2000s, we began to speak about more like man management and how we deal with players and how we basically say things. And but you know what, I hear people say man management, but you know what, it's just a word, man management. If you take the management away, you're managing, and if you take the man away, you're managing man. But 9 times out of 10, they actually do not know what it is. So a lot of the times they just utilize their own personalities managing a man. So as stupid as it may sound, they don't understand what man management is. Now, let me explain something to you guys. Man management is your ability to combine a good amount of psychological, intellectual understanding about human behavior. And once you understand that, and the guys that are qualified in psychology will back me up on this one, is the ability to connect with human beings based on their personality and your personality, and it is your ability to rapport with them to get the best out of them for the needs of a cause, which in this stage would be obviously the football team and the club. Okay, now that's not you being yourself as a manager or coach and trying to tell people what you as a person think that needs to be done based on your personality, if I'm making any sense. Now, it's a lot of guys think that's man management. That's not man management at all. So let me repeat that. It's your ability to understand human needs, in your ability to understand a deep understanding and how to connect with human beings based on their personality to get the best out of them in order for the best way of a cause, which is the football club, okay? Or the team, or the squad, or the small group, if you like. That is man management. Now, let me get into this one. First one is how to bring the individual to his best. Now, that tells you something, is how to connect with individual players and get the best out of them. Now, I'll give you an example. You got sometimes two diversions of players. You got players that are very introvert, players that are extroverts. Now, you need to understand how to communicate with these guys and how to connect with them in a such way where you're getting the best out of these guys. That don't mean you gotta go out there and tell them how great they are. No. It's your ability to understand, to get the best out of these guys. Be honest, trustworthy, and make sure you know your stuff, okay? Now, I don't want to come across as any sort of guru, but I've read over 700 books in the area of personal development, psychological development, and human development. And I can tell you that once you get the understanding how to connect with these people, you will be able to get the best out of these guys to their ability. Obviously, if you're working with top players, you're going to get top stuff. If you're going to get with low players, you're going to get low stuff. Of course, we understand that. But as long as they improve, it's great. So it's your ability to bring the individual to his best. So it's about plenty of chats, getting them into understanding how great they can become in order to get into their best level. What are they doing in terms of a daily basis in order to improve that? How are they connecting with the training sessions? How are they motivating themselves in order to get better every single time? And that is one of the most priorities. Okay, number 2, how to motivate the small group. Now, it's your ability now to connect with small groups. Now, I'll give you an example. Some players, you need to talk individuals, some players you need to talk in a small group. So let's say you could get all the midfielders together and begin to talk about what you want out of these guys, what you want, and then in order for them to do, in order for them to achieve the results that you want them to accomplish. and that is very important. Now, do they understand what the ethos is? Do they understand what you try to explain? Do they understand the outcomes? Do they understand what you want to achieve as a manager, as a coach, and as a club? Do they understand that? So that's a fantastic way to basically motivate these players. And once they understand it, make sure they connect with you, and make sure they're asking questions, make sure they can answer it, make sure they can get involved in order to become the best players they can within your team. Okay, now number 3, how to inspire the whole group. Now this is where you need to have talent. This is where you need to know your stuff. Motivate these guys. I'm not going to tell you how to motivate them, because you out there need to obviously find your way. Okay, I've got my own way to motivate people. Okay, now, but I study people very well. Okay, I'm always very honest with them, and I always try to get the best out of them in order for the reason of a cause. And I always give my best in order to help people, because I love to help people. Now, this one's very important because it's your way, your unique way to motivate people. So some people get motivated by being inspired. Some people get motivated by being afraid of getting caught up. Remember, I said this in one video before, it's the carrot and the stick. So some guys love the motivation of getting the carrot. Some other guys get the motivation not to get whacked with a stick. So the guys that are in sales, the guys that understand about psychology, know it's about pain and pleasure, So obviously the pleasure would be the carrot, the pain would be the stick. So you want it either or. Some people love the pleasure, obviously they go for the carrots. Some people love the pain, or avoid the pain in it, or they either get whacked or they don't get whacked and they achieve the results. Okay, but you need to know your chat needs to fluctuate. Okay, now so when you're inspiring the group, your language needs to basically be around this, because if you start getting people pain all the time, the guys that are motivated by pain, which might be 1 or 2 players, fantastic, but the others don't get anything. On vice versa, if you motivate by inspiring, and there's no pain, and you've got lots of guys that love pain, then you are up the creek without a paddle. So what I mean by that is, make sure you study your group. So I'm very detailed about this. Now the guys that work with me know I go into a lot of detail about this. And one particular guy, which is, I don't want to mention the name here, we have great debates about this. And sometimes there's disagreements and agreements, but I can tell you, this is spot on. If you guys understand how to motivate individuals, small groups, and the squad, the whole group, and you know how to fluctuate, what I mean by fluctuate, balance your speech, so you know, okay, if I've got in front of me, say 10 players that get motivated by the carrots, so my language needs to change to the carrots. So I need to not fluff it, but inspire them rather than the stick, which is the pain. And that goes from preparation before the games, that goes from halftime talks, that goes from end of the match talks. If you do it at the end of the match, some guys do it in the next session. That goes from training session talks. So you need to understand that, because a lot of guys, they go one way and it's pain, and literally there's nothing else. Do you know what I mean? It's just noise. You know, top coaches out there, you know, they'll tell you, they will tell you that is just noise, man. Just, you know, sometimes you've got to understand that, okay, there is variation. If you speak to like top coaches, top managers in the world, I'll give you an example, top guys that made it, okay? Yeah, they've got their own ways, and sometimes they are stuck in their own ways, but what they have is, they're very clever. They've got people around them that disguise that. I'll give you an example, right? Alex Ferguson employed one top world-class coach, Carlos Queiroz. It's actually got my name as well, or I've got his name, Carlos Queiroz. Okay, top guy. For the guys that don't know, he's the guy that obviously was at Man United with Alex Ferguson, Sir Alex Ferguson, apologise. This guy is phenomenal on this. So he knew by bringing this guy in, he's not just worried about the technical and tactical stuff that he was going to do. He knows this guy is clever. So he knew by employing this guy is going to get the best out of these employees, which is obviously his players, that maybe himself will not be able to do. So you got to understand here that a lot of guys that say, okay, oh, it's my way or no way, or you know, I was just stuck in this way. Look, if you guys understand this, world is about innovation, about movement. That doesn't mean you change your character. You can still keep your character, but you got to innovate. Now, there's many ways sometimes to innovate. Some people think innovate meaning change, change meaning pain. So therefore, you stick with what you know. You never develop. Never develop, because you can stay stuck. Now you might say, oh yeah, but it's my way. It can still be your way, but there's many ways of putting your way across without having to do that. Do you know what I mean? So I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So this is another video I'm going to do about that, which will give you detail about this particular way and about psychology, because psychology is a big, broad sort of subject. Now the other one is number 4, how to install an ethos into the squad. This is where once you as a coach, you as a manager, and the technical team understand the ethos, the players need then, the individual, the small group, and the whole squad need to understand how this is going to be applied. And once you understand how this is going to be applied, which is going to be the ethos, you start individualizing sessions into the individual, into the small group, into the big group, and you get it all together. Then they start understanding what the technical part of the game is like, what the tactical part of the game is like, what the physical part of the game is like, what's the psychological part of the game is like, and that brings in your ethos. Ethos. Some people say, oh, there's nothing about ethos, just go out there, win games. Look, you're kidding yourself. If you haven't got an ethos, it's like you get in a car and you want to go to, say, Scotland without a road map and you've never been on the motorways. You have no chance in hell. You might be on a motorway, but you're not the wrong one. Okay, you got to get a map, you got to get a sat nav, you got to know what you're doing. Because too many guys I hear, oh, I just want to win games. Look, I just want to cook meal, but I haven't got no food. You know, it's not going to happen. You need to go and get some food, then you cook a meal, right? Because eating is a byproduct of you getting all the food. So winning games is just a byproduct of you having an ethos, having a structure. You might even win games without any ethos, but how long is that going to last? Don't kid yourself, and that's what I'm trying to say to you guys. So today I just kept it like quite simple. So it's about psychology, part of the game. This is going to be something that I'm going to talk about a few more times because it's a massive thing. So for you guys out there that would like to know more, please call me at any time. I'll be able to get back to you if I'm busy. Email me as well, and I'm more than happy to talk about this because I love the game. I love inspiring people, and I love to debate about, you know, I don't want to come across as if I know it all. I love to debate. Lots of things I'm learning, and I'm becoming a better coach by obviously learning with you guys too. So until next time, guys, it's Carlos here, Carlos Coaching Corner. Once again, take care of yourselves. Bye now.